Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we got the lovely ladies of WAP. Hey yo, hot on the heels of the success of the Wet and Gushy, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion have met with some opposition from folks that want them to keep that wet and gushy to themselves versus folks wanting to take a dive in a lake. Hey yo, I'm quoting Cardi on that one. Alright, don't come at me. Now, Megan has had quite the summer with not only the hit song, but the sketchy roller coaster of a night with Tory Lanez. Now, when the situation went down, it was a bit hard to believe, right? But as time progressed, more details started dripping out. Now, as hard as it was to believe, Megan finally spilled the beans and called Tory out, stating bluntly, "You popped me." Yo, we believed her, right? But we still struggled with the concept of him actually aiming a burner and clapping at her with the intent to connect. Yo, I figured it was probably to scare her, something like that. Pieces probably hit her leg. You know how that whole thing goes, right? Now, Megan damn near caught the bullet with the teeth last Dragon style and dropped the video WAP within a month. So she got popped before she dropped WAP. Savage. Now, an insider has come forth to shed some light on the night in question. Now, an insider close to the events stated the following. They said, quote, "It wasn't Tory and Megan arguing in the car. It was Megan and Kelsey arguing because they found out that night that they were both sleeping with Tory when Megan got jealous over Kylie. That's why they're no longer friends and had the big falling out. They almost came to blows in the car because everyone was drunk. It was a big mess." Close quote. Once again, alcohol has been called to the stand. Now, before everything went down, all downhill, right? All three of them were at Kylie Jenner's house, and your boy was flirting with Kylie. Mistake number 2. Now, the source also states, right, that the DA won't prosecute Tory, which is the question on everybody's mind, because Megan doesn't want a trial, they stated. They said the following. They said, quote, "Megan will 100% not show up at court to testify. That's part of the reason the district attorney hasn't filed charges. They feel if she really wants them to prosecute Tory Lanez, then she has to be part of the trial. Now, in order for any sworn statement to be valid or admissible in court, she will have to show up in court and be cross-examined, which she doesn't want to happen, not only because she'd be labeled as a snitch by the hip-hop community." I don't know if that's you're a lady. I mean, you ain't been talking about you was in the streets, whatever. She doesn't want to be labeled as a snitch by the hip-hop community, but everything else would come out, including her version of the events. Her previous arrest for beating up an ex-boyfriend, I think we did a story on that earlier today, and what happened at Kylie's house, which is a bad look for her. Close quote. Now, Megan, you gotta let us know, right, if this is true. I mean, it ain't our business, but you told us on social media, so technically, now that you've told us directly, it is all of our business, okay? And we know you're listening, all right? So let us know, what you think, you know what I'm saying? Celeb Source is more than down, if you want to do an interview, man, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, they added, quote, "All the witnesses at the pool party who have given statements say Meg got super jealous of Tory flirting with Kylie and flipped out." A human emotion, right? This is a human emotion. We can forgive it. Especially if they were, intimate with each other. You know what I'm saying? And bruh, if you were intimate with the lovely lady, okay? Then you turned around and hit up her BFF. And then you turned around and flirted with Kylie. That, my guy, it would make complete sense for her to be tight with you. You follow what I'm saying? Anyway, they continued. That being said, Kylie could be subpoenaed to show up to court to be a witness to what happened that night, and Kylie's people won't let that happen and have a lot of influence with the mayor of Los Angeles. Also, the DA doesn't want to bring it to court because they know they'll lose the case based on the lack of evidence and contradictory statements. Also, the neighbor or witness that Megan talked about who called the police didn't see anything. She just heard one gunshot, got a description of the car, and that's in the original police report. There's no evidence. There's no video of the actual incident. It's a lie. Close quote. Now, here's the heaviest part. You like, that there's more? Yeah. quote, they said, quote, the insider said, quote, every insider to this situation knows it was an accident, not intentional. Megan wasn't directly hit with the bullet. It was shards of a bullet, fragments from one shot that ricocheted, close quote. Now, that part we suspected and lines up with the pitiful apology text that we're all trying to forget. I'm sure Megan will have something to say about this. Of course, if she doesn't, that's cool. Even trying to scare her with a weapon is some sucker-ish. And the less she says, in my opinion, the better. Now, in some devastating news, Hollywood Unlocked has revealed that their source at Fulton County Courthouse have confirmed that a divorce petition has been filed by Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar against Chiari Cephas. You're like, what is that? What was that you just did? Those are names. Those are human names, right? Now, for the uninitiated, okay, those names belong to none other than Cardi B and Offset, the hip-hop power couple, now are getting a divorce, or at least a divorce petition was filed. Now, this is following a post from her, Cardi B, which stated, quote, her heart finally told her to stop wasting her time. It's time, close quote, which sounds like something that she was ruminating on for a minute, okay? Now, we don't know what he did, but a man can guess. In fact, history can give us a bit of an idea about what may have played out. You see, 5 months ago, right, a young lady by the name of Shia LaMour had to drop the bomb about folks trying to come see her, and her response to him was, the only thing, she says, quote, the only thing I need to see a married man about is our daughter, close quote. Now, I'm not saying he did anything with her. I'm looking at the prior history and saying it ain't a good look, bruh. My observation is, women always keep that kind of thing, when you do it in the past, right? They keep that kind of thing in the back of their mind. And it looks like it crept to the forefront at this point, right? Now, the divorce is being contested, meaning it sounds like your boy Offset ain't hearing all that divorce talk. So, if I understand things correctly, right? Fact check me in the comments section. I know somebody will, right? She would get a bit less if it came to, what folks will walk away with, seeing that she is the one that filed, right? Unless, of course, she had proof of infidelity, which, you know how that'll play out. Yo, let us know what you think in the comments below. If infidelity is the case, should the couple see a counselor and work through the pain? Your marriage is harder than the streets. Only thing that outmatches the gangster of marriage is children, okay? Since they have kids together, is that reason enough to bite the bullet and try to work things out? Yo, let us know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news.